Disney classics, original shows, documentaries, and more, there's a new streaming service in town.
We're Andrea and Patty, and we are now streaming Disney+. Hey y'all, this is Patty from No-Guilt and No-Guilt Fangirls Podcast. You can find me on all socials at No-Guilt Life.
And I'm Andrea with ThemeParkParents.com. You can find me at Theme Park Parents on social or at Andrea Updike.
So, how much do you wish we lived in the Netherlands right now?
Seriously, for so many reasons, but especially now.
I mean, our friends in the Netherlands are literally now streaming Disney+.
Unbelievable. How lucky are they?
Yeah, 2 whole months early. I'm pretty jealous over that.
I know. They are beta testing in the Netherlands, if you have not heard, and we have been scouring the internet for details to hold us over until November, and we want to share some of those with you.
Yeah, this is what we have found so far, based on some reports from the beta testers, what it looks like and what they're finding with Disney+. Let's chat about what we know so far.
All right, great. So first of all, one thing that I noticed is the interface is very much like what they have shown in some teaser images, but it was really fun. You can find some YouTube videos out there. People are actually walking through the interface, clicking on every single button and showing the list of things, and it looks pretty great. It looks intuitive. They've already got a huge list of content to choose from. Did anything stand out particularly to you?
Yeah, that I can have Zac Efron as my avatar. That stood out.
Yes, hello. I was actually really surprised. So everyone, you'll be able to set up to 7 profiles on Disney+, and each person can choose their own avatar, and they have a ton of Disney, Star Wars, Marvel characters, Disney Channel, Disney Junior, and you can really customize which one you want as your avatar. So we're going with...
I'm going with Troy Bolton. I mean, my husband's going to roll his eyes so far into the back of his head, and I will never hear the end of it, but yeah, it's happening. I will be Troy Bolton.
I loved it. I love it. And I haven't decided yet, but there are a ton of characters on there that I'm really excited about. I love that they have so many villains. I'm thinking I will probably go with like Scar or Yzma.
Ooh, fun.
And go the villain route for a while. But I don't know. It'll be fun to change it up.
Yeah, I love that they're doing that. And I love that, kids can kind of have their own channel as well with child-friendly interface and age-appropriate content. Like, that's huge.
Yes, I'm really looking forward to seeing how they handle the parental controls. And this is a discussion we've actually had with a couple of people on Twitter in the last week or so, because as we all know, being children of the 80s, cough, most of us on this call at least, PG rating from the 80s is not the same as a PG rating from 2019.
Or maybe we're just old and crotchety now. But yes, every time I'm like, oh, that's rated PG, I'll watch that. And then I'm horrified that my parents let me go to the movies and see some of this stuff, because you're right that there is a big difference in, I think, what we consider PG now versus what we consider PG then. And so that's something to kind of keep in mind, parents. All of this awesomeness from our childhood is going to be at our fingertips. And it's so easy to say, oh, you'll love this. Let's watch this. And then nope. All of a sudden you're like getting out of there as fast as you can with your kids. So that's a really good point. I will be curious to see if they're giving a little bit more explanation, or if they're, I don't know, asterisking anything and being like, it's PG, but...
Yeah, I mean, I did see that you will be able to create a watch list for each account if you want, which I think will more act like a playlist where you'll have the broader selection still available, but then you'll just have sort of what you actually have chosen to watch in the near future on your watch list. So it'll be nice. I would really love to see some kind of a feature where if there's something on there that you don't want in your kid's profile, that you could hide it or remove it or something. So that remains to be seen. We're still looking for that kind of detailed information. But so far, it does look really good. And I'm excited that they're doing a beta test in the Netherlands because it's been a little rocky. Is that right, Patty?
Yeah, there have been some issues. I've been kind of following along to see what the issues are and how much of it can you write off as like beta test issues versus a real problem with the program. I'm not super techie, but like, for example, I've seen some things, people are complaining that the general complaint is that there's some lagging and there's some glitching that's going on. Some lines on the screen are happening at certain points. Those are kinds of things that I'm hoping that's a beta test. Like they're going to, fix that. They're going to wrap that up and clear it out. The one thing that I don't think, it's not a huge deal, but it would be super annoying, I admit it would be super annoying, is I've seen reports that autoplay isn't working. And so take, for example, you're watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and you finish the episode on Netflix, on Hulu, like it automatically queues up the next one and says, season 1, episode 2 will start in and gives you a little countdown, right? It looks like that's not happening on Disney Plus. My guess is, again, that maybe that's a beta issue, like they just haven't flipped that switch yet of the code, to make it like that for whatever reason. Sure. But to me, that would be a super big issue. That'd be very annoying if I had to actually push a button, go back to the menu and, queue up the second one. I really love being able to just push next, go ahead and skip into next, or have it automatically play into next for me. So that is something that I've seen that was the first issue that kind of, I don't want to say raised red flags, but made me go, fix that, Disney.
You wonder, is it a glitch or is it by design? Because I know that they're talking about only releasing one episode at a time of the newer series, and I'm just wondering if they're somehow planning to make us do that extra step. It almost seems like they don't want people to binge watch, which I can't imagine why.
Well, but yeah, I mean, that remains to be seen, because I've also seen reports that they are confirming that certain series are going to be all put out at once. I hope this is a true report, but I have seen that High School Musical, the series, yes, people, I am obsessed with High School Musical. Why do you ask? That is one that is supposed to be coming out all in one chunk. So we're supposed to get all 10 of those. But yes, I had heard that rumor before that they wanted you to slowly take it 1 week at a time, like a normal person in the 1990s had to do.
Right.
So I don't know if they've changed that, or if some things are going to come out in this bingeable format and some things aren't, or if that High School Musical, the series information that I saw is completely made up. I don't know. But that was on the list of all of it will be out on day one, not just one episode on day one. So we'll see. But that's an interesting point. I hadn't thought about that. It could be something that they're planning on, but I would think with, say, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., that should be an absolute, because it's been out for 6 seasons. Like that should be an absolute, like roll into the next. There's no reason to make me go all the way back to a menu, Disney. So don't do it.
Maybe there's a setting you can toggle like you can on Facebook for like autoplay or auto sound, like maybe it'll be
good point. Maybe
a little bit more customizable.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, we'll have to see, but these are just some of the reports that I have seen online, and we'll see what else is going on. And I've also seen some issues with the Android app in particular. Apparently, one of the awesome things about Disney Plus is that you can have unlimited downloads, but not if you're an Android user.
So they're
having some issues with that interface right now. Again, this is why you have a beta test, right? So,
Yep. Yeah. And then also, I know that the video, at least one of the videos I watched, she showed how to put it on, your Sony PlayStation, how to get on your TV, your laptop, your iPhone. But we're hearing some reports that Amazon Fire Stick isn't playing well with the app at this point.
I heard they weren't even going to have it on Amazon just yet. So if they are working on that, that's awesome. But that has not been on the list of approved devices at this point.
I guess.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know what's happening there, but I did also get something from Disney Plus that in a press release that stated more consoles and more ways to use your Disney Plus are coming and will be ready to go at at launch date. So
Okay.
I know the folks who were upset about Amazon and about the Amazon products not being included initially. That gave me hope that
Yes.
They're still working on it. They just have to work out the official details or whatever. And if you have seen somewhere that someone's trying to use that, then maybe that's farther along, down the process than we thought.
I think I saw the same thing that you did, where it was like not available, or people were disappointed that it wasn't available.
And from what I understand is that it's been left off the lists that have come out at this point in time. But just yesterday, I got that press release that makes me think that they didn't call out Amazon by name, but that's my hope, is that more will be added before launch date. So, like, we have a Fire Stick, but
if they're smart, they have got to get with Amazon, because my kids don't have any devices except for their Kindle Fire devices. And so anything we watch, like, their favorite thing to do right now is to watch movies on their Kindles. And when we go on road trips, they download their movies. And we're using the Disney Movies app, Movies Anywhere, and we can put all their movies on there. But if this doesn't, I think there will probably be a workaround. I mean, people have been finding workarounds for the Kindle Fires for
there always is, girl. There always
they
is.
never play nice, but
I don't know. They haven't ever had to go up against Disney,
Exactly. I mean, and it would be so nice, especially for those of us who are parents, to be able to put that content right onto the kid's device without having to worry about all these extra hoops to jump through.
Yep. I agree with you. I'm with you.
All right, so we've got 7 profiles. How many people can watch at the same time if we all want to watch something different?
It sounds like 4 concurrent streams. So,
I love that.
Yeah, I do too. Especially, in your household, that's everybody.
That's everybody. We can all go to our corners.
Everyone can go to their own room. But in my house, we have a few more people. But Lucy doesn't have anything, and I don't see Luke jumping on Disney Plus right away. I think he's a teenager, so we're in that age of Disney's for babies, whatever. And I'm just sitting there going, sure. You'll come around, because that's exactly where I was when I was your age. And then Aladdin hit when I was 18, and it changed my world. So I'm not.
And you could always download for those people,
totally,
and they could watch downloaded content, and you could still be streaming. That's 4 people streaming at the same time.
Yeah, I have a feeling that it's going to be honestly that myself and my teenage daughter are just going to be obsessed with Disney Plus, and we're going to be the heavy users in this household. Everybody else will watch it on occasion, but it's basically we're getting this for us. But
there's no shame in that. No, I'm right there with you.
You know me and my no guilt life. I have no guilt about any of that. I am going to binge the heck out of everything on this streaming service when we get the chance.
Yes, I know. I loved it. And when I was watching someone walking through the app, I loved how they had it separated out, because they had so many different ways to categorize the content. Like, they had the obvious ones. They had a Disney tab, a Pixar, Star Wars, Marvel, and National Geographic. But then they also had, like, villains movies, or Disney Channel, or Disney Junior, and they had, there were so many different ways they categorized these movies. It was really fun to see, I think they had a category for beasts. So it was like Monsters University and Beauty and the Beast and all these things. It was like, so I think that'll be fun to just kind of go through and see all the different things because there's so many. There are so many different Disney movies, and some movies that you forget are even owned by Disney.
How fun would that be to be on that back end and like to come up with those categories, and then like your job is to figure out what movies need to go in those categories. That would be
like Pete's Dragon was in the Beast one. Like it was all these. I thought that was really clever, and I was like, oh, I want to see what else they have.
That's fun. That's fun. Well, I also came across something that I thought was interesting. So anybody listening out there, are you planning on signing up for Disney Plus? I assume you are if you're listening to this. But just to let you know, you are not alone. There's a new study from HarrisX that came out, and it said that 21% of U.S. households plan to sign up for Disney Plus, which is a significant number compared to 11% for HBO Max and 10% for NBCU's Peacock streaming service, which I don't know if you've heard of this yet, but I just heard that last week that this Peacock service is coming out, and I think it's the most ridiculous name ever.
I do too. I'm like, okay, at what point do we draw the line? Like, to me, I don't know why that tipped me right over the edge.
Well,
but I was just like, nope, do not want.
I don't even know the list of everything out there now, but, you know, there's Apple Plus, there's this HBO, there's NBCU, there's obviously Netflix and Hulu, there's ESPN. I mean, they're taking everything. Amazon, yeah, they're taking everything and they're turning it into streaming services, which we're a streaming society. Like, I get that, and that's smart. However, the whole point of streaming, at least for me, was to save money. Right? Cut the cord. You don't have to pay the big cable bill. But when I add up every single streaming service that's out there, I'm paying just as much as I would on cable. So
exactly.
I don't know where we're going with this. It's interesting to see. Well, it's definitely a fun time to kind of watch and see what happens. And I definitely believe in the Disney Plus programming, though. I think this one's going to be a no-brainer.
I do too. And of course, you know, if you do like to bundle things together to make it a little simpler, they are going to be offering that Hulu, ESPN, Disney Plus bundle, which I think they said is $12.99 a month, which is still, I feel, a palatable price point, and it kind of puts it all together instead of having so many little line items. You know, I don't know if that matters to people, but some people like it in a bundle.
Yeah. Side note on that, guys. Currently, right now, you can pre-order, you can pre-sign up for your Disney Plus package. It is available now. DisneyPlus.com, do it, and you can get signed up. On top of that, you're going to get a 7-day free trial period when you do sign up, either for the month or for the year. Those are your options. Now, important to note about the bundles that Andrea just mentioned, the bundles are still not available to pre-sign up for. So if, again, this is, you know, information that came directly from Disney. They said, if you are a bundle person, if you want that bundle, just wait. Don't sign up yet. It will be available November 12th.
That's a really good point.
I'm assuming if they can pull it off before then, they'll get that information out to us and say, oh, no, you can sign up now, you know, November 1st or whatever. But as of right now, they're not ready to sell that bundle in a pre-packaged, you know, pre-order type situation. So if that's your hope, I got to break it to you. Just like hang tight and don't rush to pre-order or pre-sign up. But you can, if you don't care about the bundles, if you're not an ESPN person, if you don't mind getting rid of Hulu or, you know, figuring that out separately or whatever, then yes, you can go and sign up now, which is kind of fun to already have it, you know, have it in the queue and have yourself ready to go. So.
But you're not going to miss anything because we're all, unless we're in the Netherlands, getting access on November 12th. So just because some of us have signed up earlier, we might be getting a little bit of a deal, but nobody's going to see anything first. We're all getting in there at the same time. And, you know, you have time. You have time if you want to wait.
Oh, yeah, definitely. You don't have to like rush. It's not going anywhere, you know. Right. So, yeah, if you're going to wait on the bundle, then you're going to be completely fine. Yeah. Oh, and I also have a Disney Plus Day 1 list out. So if you're looking for what will be available Day 1, launch date on Disney Plus, I've got the list. Now, there is a caveat to this. And what did you figure out from this list why it may not be 100% accurate?
So we know that Disney Plus will have all the Disney movies, but some of these movies are already licensed out to other streaming platforms, and they have to run their contract out. So if there is a movie missing, like, say, Toy Story 2 or 3, it's because it's still licensed to another streaming provider, and they have to let that contract run out, and then it will be moved over to Disney Plus. And then also, different countries have different permissions. So you may see that the person in the Netherlands has access to this movie. Why don't we have it? Or, you know, if you're in the UK, why don't I have this? That will depend on where your actual geographic location is as to what movies you'll have access to.
Yep. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit different. However, I have this list. If you want to come check it out, I'll put the link in the show notes for you. It's actually going to be on noguiltlife.com. So take a pop over there if you are curious to see, I don't know, if High School Musical, the series is going to be all out on day one. You might want to go check over there.
I know. I can't wait to find out. I mean, I think we need to take the day off on November 12th and just spend it entirely on Disney Plus, just crawling through everything and watching as much as we can fit into 24 hours.
That's a Tuesday. My kids will be in school all day. My butt will be on the couch watching anything and everything. I am going to be up for 24 hours trying to get it all in at once because I
know you will. And Pat, you guys, you have to follow Patty for the up-to-date information. She is so good at keeping us up to date on all these details, and I love chatting about it and learning about it, but she's always got so much information, so be sure to check out those lists and keep up with her blogs because she will have that for you as soon as anyone. So
yeah.
She's your go-to for that kind of stuff.
I love it. And I'm just really passionate about, the entertainment that's out there and what's available for kids and families and what's appropriate for kids and families. And so it's kind of my thing. And hey, if I can make a job out of watching TV all day, hello.
No complaints, right?
Dream big,
Can't
kids.
Complain about that.
Dream big.
Exactly. And it's all good. It's a lot of fun. I think going forward, I'm going to keep my eye on the Netherlands to see how things shake out over there. I think there was a lot of excitement when people found out, oh my gosh, we have access to this app, and I'm looking forward to the development of some of these bugs, seeing what they work out, if anything changes, and what product we actually end up with when it launches here.
Yeah, no, definitely keep us up to date on that. That sounds like a good option, and we'll come back and update you guys with all the information that we can. In fact, next week we are going to have an interview with our friend Teresa, and Teresa has some information on the accessibility usage of Disney Plus. And
I cannot wait to chat with her because that side of it is so important, and it's something that I have no experience with, and I know that it will make the app so much better for so many people, so I can't wait to hear what she has to say.
Yeah, and she sounds pretty positive about it, which makes me happy that Disney is doing things the right way. So that's fantastic. The more people that can enjoy these movies, enjoy these shows, the better. And I know, on some level, it's just a movie, it's just a TV show, it's not the big, but it is a big deal. It is part of society, and I love the inclusion aspect and what they're trying to do. So I can't wait for the more details on that, and that's coming. So we'll have that out for you guys next week.
So in the meantime, we hope you'll come over to our Facebook group, Now Streaming Disney Plus on Facebook. Share this podcast with your friends. Leave us those 5 stars if you can, and we will see you next week.
See you real soon.